So this would be a little bit of a late breakfast, seeing as Wayne got blood work done this morning, and I wanted to do it in a fasted state. So it's a little later than I would normally have breakfast, but it's actually a good time to show you guys. What I usually do is I use a rice cooker to cook my rice. I set it. It has a timer on it where it starts cooking at 5 a.m. so it's ready by like 6 a.m. And when I get up, the rice is already ready. When I come down to make breakfast, what I do is I take spinach, a few big handfuls of it, and I put it in the rice cooker. And like the this rice cooker, it has a setting where it just stays warm. So it releases a little bit of steam, and it kind of gently steams. When I put the spinach in, it just cooks it a little bit, so that as I'm cooking breakfast, usually by the time I'm done cooking breakfast, the spinach is done being steamed. I like spinach. I think it's like one of the best things you could eat as a bodybuilder. I think there's like a few key foods, spinach being one of them, just because it's, just a good green vegetable, a lot of potassium, and I notice when I have it, I just have more energy and more stamina and more endurance, even in training. I even notice better fullness. They say that green vegetables help to, build the blood and things like that. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I believe it because it certainly feels that way. So spinach is something I try to incorporate into my diet on a daily basis, and I don't have to spend the extra time cooking it. I just, boom, throw it in with the rice cooker, and then I eat it, fish, rice, and spinach. It's a nice combination. So for breakfast, what I'm going to do is some eggs, chicken, rice, and seeing as it's a high carb, like a refeed day, I'll probably throw in a couple waffles on the side and maybe like a bowl of cereal. So let's get it all together. I think eggs too are another, not that that's any secret, but just a total, nutritional powerhouse, seeing as they contain all the amino acids, good source of fat. Another thing that people don't usually talk about with eggs is there's such a dense source of lecithin and choline, and I think that eggs may even be really good, for your liver and for your health in general. I mean, people who have, and this seems kind of counterintuitive because eggs being so high in cholesterol, it almost seems like, because people who have high cholesterol, a lot of people will do lecithin therapy, and they'll mix, say soy lecithin in with various foods throughout the day. The idea being that the lecithin will help to dissolve cholesterol and help break it down. Does it really do that? I don't know. But if in fact that were true, then it would make sense to eat whole eggs, because eggs are such a great source of lecithin.
So you're saying as opposed to the just the egg white theory, then what people are?
Yeah, I don't know. I know people are big on egg whites. I've never cared for egg whites, not only the way they taste, but I never felt like I digest egg whites really well. I always felt like I digest whole eggs much better. And given the option of, say, having a half a dozen whole eggs or a dozen egg whites, I would always opt for the whole eggs, because I feel like, you're not just looking at it strictly in terms of how much protein is in something, but how much total nutrition something has. I don't think it's just about protein, and I think that's one of the reasons why, say, things like spinach, things like that are important, because they contain a lot of micronutrients. Even if you look at it from a macronutrient perspective, it's not like it's loaded with carbohydrates or fats or proteins, but all the micronutrients that it does contain, it does make it a very nutritious food. And is there something to be said? Is it only macronutrients that sustain you? Is it just a matter of calories, or is it a matter of the total nutrition of something. Is it a nutritionally dense food, meaning, you know, it provides a lot of micronutrients and vitamins and minerals, and does something like that help to not only sustain you but help you to build your body? I think it does. That just seems like you know, like common sense to me. So I think a lot of guys, they get too hung up on eating just, you know, chicken and rice, you know, steak and potatoes, and they're missing out on a lot of good micronutrients that come from eating, you know, basically eating your vegetables. Yeah, the question that I was just asked is, what are you doing with all those eggshells that you got in the bowl over there? A couple months back, I decided to make my own a bin to compost stuff in, only because, you know, when I'm cooking, I end up with so many, you know, vegetable scraps and food waste that it seemed silly to I don't know, just throw it in the garbage. I'd much rather. I don't have a garden, but it's probably something, if I find time to do it this year, I'd like to do it. So I figured it'd be good to take all that food waste and compost it. You know, when it's spring, summer, I'll throw grass clippings in there along with the food, and it seemed like it would make for probably really good, you know, nutrient dense soil. So that's the idea.
Good deal. Okay.
So basically, it's chicken, rice, a little bit of spinach. I just make the eggs and kind of throw it on top of everything. For those who want to know the specifics, there's 4 eggs, probably about 8 to 9 ounces of chicken, and almost 2 cups of rice.
And what are your normal meal times? But like
Usually
today
I
you
would-
fasted, I know. But.
Yeah, usually I would have this meal in by 9 at the latest. Right now it's 11, so you know this day's a little bit screwed up. But seeing as today is a kind of a refeed day, I'm not worried about it because I know I'll more than make up for it. Usually something like this is my normal breakfast, although I wouldn't, like today I put barbecue sauce on it. Usually I wouldn't put barbecue sauce on it. And I'm going to have some waffles with my breakfast, which also I wouldn't normally do. During breakfast, when you sit down for a minute, I go online, check out the forums, see what's going on, see what Pistol the Don is doing, see what we got today. Oh, ever since Centopani and Jose Raymond trained back 5.5 weeks out, Arnold Classic. Guru Hansa says, "Thank you for giving us what we want to watch. 2 coolest guys under MD contract." Thanks, Guru Hansa. That's very nice. And Timbo said, "I forgot that Jose was signed with iForce." All right. Let's see what else is going on. Oh. I didn't realize you posted a progress shot of me yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's check that out. Yates like. I don't know about that. Arms look bigger than his leg in that pic. That's a bummer. He's starting to consistently nail his conditioning. I hope so. We might get apple pies after all. I told everybody if I win the Arnold Classic, I'd buy an apple pie for everybody who voted for me on that thread. Shows much consistency and meticulous detail, pays off. I think it does. I really do believe that. I think that consistently, or at least consistently doing the right thing does pay off, does pay big dividend. It's just a matter of A, knowing what the right thing is to do, and B, once you know, consistently doing it, which isn't always easy. I don't go to Powerhouse New Haven anymore. But I'll tell you, the best part of being a member of that gym was watching Evan walk to the posing room in trunks close to a contest. Pics don't even do justice of how hard he looks in person. That's very nice. As long as he doesn't flatten out come showtime. I agree. It's all in the black socks. You know, I gotta say, everybody on the forum is generally very nice. And even when they're not nice, I mean, it doesn't bother me if people, you know, critique me, or even when people make fun of me. You know, it's just, I don't take it too seriously, and, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion and to, you know. This person says, I don't know why all these pale competitors tan up. They look like carved granite in original colors. I agree personally, which is why when I guest pose, I don't put tan on usually, because I always feel like I look harder without color on. And I feel like when I start putting color on, it hides a lot of stuff. Villain said, this guy will win his next show. I hope so. That would be pretty cool. The Vicious V said to the other guy, he said, words don't even do justice how gay you sound about me going to the posing room. Oh, let's see. I really, people ask all the time and say, you know, do you post on the forum just because it's required? And, you know, truth be told, I'm pretty sure we're all required to post on the forum. At least I know I am. But it's something that I do sincerely enjoy, because I like interacting with all these guys. I think it's fun, and, you know, I'm as much of a fan of the sport as I am a participant. So you know, it is something that I really enjoy. Oh, all nice, you know, all nice things to say. I mean, of course, it's nice to have, you know, supportive people. You know, it's nice to have people's support. But even when you don't, and people are breaking your balls, that's fun. That's fun too. Pistol the Don started a Ron Harris memorial thread. Wonder if Ron posted in here yet. Ron said, let's put this thread on hold until the day, hopefully many years from now, when I shed this mortal coil. Memorials are not for the living, and for the time being, I am alive and well. Thanks. Funny. Pistol started a thread, said, best bodybuilder ever. She wants to see who we put up. Branch Warren, Philip Heath, Curtis Jackson. Who's Curtis Jackson? Ronald Koolman, Dorian Yahtzee, Governor Schwarzenegger, Bob Sapp, Jay Cutlery. So far, Ronald Koolman is in the lead with Bob Sapp. I don't know who that is, in second place. Sean Ray, can you please explain this? They love giving Sean Ray a hard time. I mean, what is there to explain? I mean, clearly, he was changing a tire with his shirt off, and he wearing a weight belt. So, well, actually, there's not a whole lot to explain. Oh, Sean Ray says, Chris Long was trying to recreate a picture of a famous model who poses the same way in black and white. He later died of AIDS. I never knew the original, but I did see the photo. questions for Evan. That we'll get to later. Oh, what else? What happened to the vacuum? Vacuum's gone. Got bad news for you. It's not coming back. Who has the most erotic physique in bodybuilding? That's a good one. Let's see. Huh! Besides Evan, Branch Warren is mighty erotic. He tries to play the manly part, but there is something mighty kinky about him. I was going to say Corey Everson, but is this a gay thread? Huh, funny. Oh well. That's it for now. I'm going to put my head down and eat my breakfast.